Okay, all right. Yeah, excited about the win. You know, all three sides again had opportunities to really rise. Definitely, a lot of positives to take out of it. Again, being able to play a lot of different guys, making some explosive plays on both sides of the ball. Obviously, several things that we got to clean up. We had a couple of errors I thought, especially with the penalties. Where we got to be better as a football team. We got to be more disciplined as a football team. So, we challenged the guys, at half to play, much cleaner. I thought they did that in the second half. Obviously, a lot of good things, a lot to correct. Obviously, excited to get into Big Ten play now, get a chance to get on the road. Team's very much looking forward to that opportunity.
Wayman fumbles on that first drive and then comes back, and I think you gave him like 6 or 7 carries on that next drive. How do you see him just respond after that, initial fumble?
Yeah, kind of first adversity, I guess you'd say that he's had here, and so no, he was disappointed about it. But I mean, he typically very responsible when he carries the ball, so didn't have a problem, showing the confidence in him to come back. And I thought all of our guys on the sideline were, kind of making sure that he didn't get down any, that he was just ready to go. And he came back. And I think that shows. I mean, I know he's new here, but he's played a lot of ball. He's played a lot of college football, so I don't think it phased him.
How much easier is it to make things for you when you're hitting the volume of big plays you did tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it's always a big part of the game, right? Teams that win explosive play battles typically win games. And so, it's good. I mean, we're making some big plays on all sides, which is great. It doesn't mean it'll always be like that, and so that's why we're looking to also, play clean and very efficient as well. But yeah, seeing some explosive plays like these two guys made up here tonight, obviously it makes, it takes some of the pressure off just the play-to-play execution. So we want that to get better too, but we're certainly, we're not disappointed about the big plays.
When does King Miller get his scholarship?
Yeah, I mean, I told you he pops a big run every day, so that's just kind of what he does. He's been fantastic.
Coach, what? The decision to start Micah Banuelos and quick kind of impressions of what he did tonight.
Yeah, just a kind of an inside the walls decision there. So we'll keep that at that. Micah did a good job. I mean, he came in, he played really well. Just kind of watching it throughout the game. Thought he handled the moment. He was prepared. He's really improved a lot. He's definitely been one of the guys in our program that has stayed with it, even though he's had injuries. He hasn't found the lineup, kind of early in his career, and he's had a lot of perseverance, which has been cool to see.
You were a major contributor last week, but you didn't get to the end zone. So what was the difference tonight that allowed you to score?
I think just capitalizing off every opportunity I got tonight. Just trying to impact the team in a positive way every time I touch the ball. I think I did a pretty good job tonight.
DeCarlos, excuse me. You came off your receiver. Your eyes were watching the quarterback the entire time. You made a great break on the ball. Can you just talk to me about the comfort that you're experiencing in this defensive scheme?
Just having a year under my belt and having the coaches that believe in me, my teammates believe in me. The long off season, we just trust each other to know that we're gonna be where we're supposed to be. The scheme, I mean, the coaches are fantastic. So, just going out and executing at a high level, everybody doing their job. I think that's what gives me the comfort.
Coach, you had 12 players score a touchdown from scrimmage last season. You've already gotten to that total so far this season. What does that say about the offense?
I mean, it's good to see the contributions from different places. One of them was a defensive player too. So, but we've, it's showing some of the, I think, the depth that we've worked hard to establish here, and the fact that it's a long season. There's going to be a lot of different things that are going to happen, and having players on both sides of the ball that you can rely on, having guys that are developing behind the scenes, even though maybe they're not playing a million reps right now. Like, we're going to need them at some point, whether it's mid-season, end of season, next season, whenever it's going to be. So I think it shows the health of this program right now.
Coach, how valuable is it to get those reps right now for just playing a lot of guys in general as you enter a new phase of the season with Big Ten play?
It's invaluable. I mean, you kind of look at you contrast that to our start last year. And again, the schedules are what they are. But I mean, having the opportunity to see that early, evaluate some of these guys is great. It's great for just locker room morale because, like I said last week, there's so many people that need to contribute on a week-to-week basis to get a football team ready to play at a high level. And the general public doesn't see a lot of that. And so, No, it's been good. It's been good. I think just the confidence of some of our young guys, and I think the confidence of us as coaches to be willing to put them into games or to give them opportunities, especially as we get down the line into some bigger games and road environments and all of that. So it's an excited locker room. Our staff's excited to coach these guys right now, and they've responded well through 2 weeks.
What do you hope to tighten up defensively, or when you put up 755 yards, does that not matter?
Yeah, no, yeah, it does. I mean, listen, it's like I told the guys last night. Like there's plays we made last week, and probably some to a point this week that if we're not cleaner when we play more talented teams, right, the results aren't going to look like that. And so, like, we have to look at it through the lens of did we do our best? And we're still a long ways off from our best defensively. We have to eliminate the penalties. I mean, that's the number one thing that showed up. Offensively, we had a couple of drives stall out, had the fumble, just a couple of things that we didn't execute very well. So, yeah, I mean, it's, again, not as locked in on the results. I think I have a sense of how good this team can play, and that's all of us as coaches doing. So we're trying to push them to that and make them see, like, don't pay so much attention to scoreboard and stats. It's like, was it our best? And where do we just need to own it and get better? And so far the team's done that, but we'll have to continue to do that.
What did you see from Jakeem Stewart in his first real action in a year?
Yeah, I saw some active plays. I mean, a little bit of, I'm sure there's just a little bit of rust, and for him, just, first game, as you said, in a long time, but he's a really talented guy that I think is going to impact our defense very positively here, this year and in the future.
Makai, with you and Jacoby, the stress that you guys put on opposing defenses and how Coach Riley is putting you guys in position to take advantage of the mismatches and holes in the defense. Is Jaden finding you guys through his progressions, or he's just throwing it to the open person?
I feel like Jaden's doing a great job. He has a job back there. Like you said, he got to read the defense, read progression. So he doing a great job of that, getting us the ball. And then, we just blessed to be in opportunities that, to catch the ball and to get the ball. So every time that we do that, we just got to capitalize off that, because I know, all the receivers can ball and there's only one ball. So, we just try to make the best of it every time.
Does Jacoby practice his one-handed catches, or how do you kind of explain that crazy catch?
Yeah, I mean, he made a good catch. I mean, we kind of threw it behind. I mean, it's not something we necessarily want to have. I mean, he is unique at it. It's not something that we stress, because even if you're very good at it, like he is, like no matter who you are, you're still going to catch a higher percentage when you catch with two hands versus one. And so I think there's at times at receiver there's plays where that's the only way that you're going to get it, and that's great, but it's not something that you want to rely on, because we want the high percentage. We want to make, the great highlight one's awesome, and it was a phenomenal catch. I mean, it was a phenomenal catch, but, pushing to make sure if that's good as if that's like the only possible way we're going to catch it. So we'll see him on Sunday. Yeah.
Like tonight, you guys ran for more yards than you had in any game since you came to USC. What's been working really well early this season?
Yeah, we were. I think Zach Hansen's done a great job. I think our line's very, very prepared right now. I think the experienced tight end group, some great examples of wideouts blocking hard down the field. Running backs obviously are making some things happen in the open field, and I think it's a result of going against our D line and our defense. All those days through camp and spring, 'cause it's a challenge, and so I think that good on good work, and you've truly seen iron sharpening iron.
Lincoln, what's the journey been like for Anthony Lucas? First sacks tonight, from the injuries and everything, being so close last year. Maybe Nick, you can talk about it.
Yeah, no, it's good for him for a few of those to happen. He's been, really, really close. And sometimes, when it's something like that doesn't happen, you can start chasing it. And when you do that, you don't play as well. And sometimes you miss some of the opportunities that you would have made if you just trust it. So that was our big message to him coming in this game, is just trust it. Like, the production will come. You're a good enough player. You're going to impact the game. We got good enough coverage, guys around you that, those opportunities to get back there and make plays and create sacks are going to happen. So cool to see him do that. He's done a good job fighting back from injury. I think he's just kind of getting healthier, more confident by the day, and I think his best ball is going to be ahead of him this season.
Say one more. Lincoln, were you able to talk to Coach Helton before after the game, and if so, what did you kind of talk to him about?
Yeah, no, I talked to him before the game. It's great to see him. We had a really good conversation like we always do, and So, no, a ton of respect for him. You know, I hope they win the rest of their games. He and his family are great. And again, they made some major contributions to this place. So, as somebody that loves this place and is passionate about it, I just want him to know that he's appreciated. He's appreciated by our football program, by USC, and wish them the best going forward.
Thank you, gentlemen.